Over recent years of MCC, people have been asking for more variety of players in the main event, including of course the good old Lifesteal players, with Ashwag, Prince Sam, Falsesymmetry and more. And while they are already in Block Wars, most of them have not touched MCC yet. But this team really started it all for the SMP. What comes next would be more event participations as well as SMPs in their hands, but them being somewhat very short-lived. So, a year later, where are they now? For those who have been living under a rock, the Lifesteal SMP is a good old SMP with a cruel twist. You lose a heart if you die. You steal a heart if you kill someone, and if you have no hearts, well, goodbye I guess, until someone revives you of course. So with this concept, as with the algorithm, content from the good old SMP starts to pop off more and more, which leads to many requests for them to be in MCC at some point. And while some members have attempted to apply for MCC Rising, they all got denied. Until this team of the Cyan Coyotes, with Falsesymmetry, the Mystic, J-Horse and Ulrich, with Falsesymmetry and the Mystic in the server, and J-Horse and Ulrich being affiliated to the team itself. With their application video being a storytelling video, as with their content being focused on that, they are in MCC Rising 2. And they really had some best moments. From the rivalry that is Falsesymmetry and Nominal Gravy in the practice server, to dominations in games in the good old event, including of course Build Mart, to many more. They also got second consistently in games as well, leading them to be in Dodge Boat, which unfortunately they lost. But there's some dominations in games that should not be overlooked, of course. After MCC Rising, Falsy and Mystic went back to their good old Lifesteal SMP, with more events in their hands. I'll not spoil anything for the rewatchers since there's some good old lore stuff that happened after Rising to the end of Season 5, which would then end around May 2024, with a meetup following the month after in VidCon. Season 6 would then also start in July, featuring more prominent content creators of Hannah, Kabuto, and more. As well as of course, Mystic plushies everywhere on the server. Yeah, she released her plushie recently and she is really dedicated in building them on the server. One by one. 200 possible plushies by the way. Yep. So that's a gimmick thing, okay? I think I could mention it. It's not that type of spoilers. It's just plushies, okay? But aside from the Lifesteal SMP, the team have also done some other SMPs and events as well. Starting with the short-lived Fireside SMP with Falsy and J-Horse, as well as some other Rising 2 participants. Then we have Eclipse SMP, which was ongoing before Rising, but ended a couple of months later in October, and then rebooted again in December with Eclipse Legends. Falsesymmetry would also release his project of Figure 8 production. Mystic would also create her own SMP of After Hours SMP, with J-Horse, Ulrich, some Rising people, and most of the Lifesteal SMP members. And J-Horse would start his Braindead SMP with some of his friends. But unfortunately, for all of the SMP stuff mentioned besides Lifesteal, they are pretty short-lived or inactive at this moment. Possibly due to some MIA as well as them being focused on the Lifesteal SMP instead. It's just variety of things. But after all, I miss those SMPs a little bit, not gonna lie. But when it comes to events, they are really active still on that part, especially with Falsesymmetry. With his Block Wars debut, Mayhem participations, Pandora's Box, and many other events in his pocket, with Mystics jamming in for some Block Wars and there, not too often. All in all, Falsesymmetry really still have that competitive edge in his veins, and you will really see more of him in events soon. Really. You would also see Falsey and Mid-Mystics being reserves for the Ender Cup as well in July 2024. Pretty neat. Aside from that, there were some other projects the members have done as well. Starting with Mid-Mystics, with her exploring some more video styles, with her spooky video in late October. Falsey would also start a good old Twitter poll series of Falsesymmetry Start This Battle, and then go all out in an all-out campaign for the Hidden Gem Award in the streamer support. Like really, he really did go all in. Him and Ulrich would also build a good old parkour challenge for MCC Island. J-Horse would also finally release his MCC highlights video as well, around 4 months after his time in the event. So hopefully the Rising 3 Lifesteal members do not take that long since they won that event. Okay? Yeah, Sam? Yeah? But what now? Well, J-Horse and Ulrich are pretty MIA when it comes to content, with Ulrich doing some bits of variety content in there on YouTube, but both of them are still somewhat active on the good old Twitter space. Meanwhile, Falsey and Mid-Mystic are full sending their time in Lifesteal, as well as some variety in there. After all, this team really has a bright future in their hands, with some small collabs and Lifesteal content up and running. What's next for them though? We will have to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching this good old Where Are They Now episode for Cyan Coyotes. We have 2 more teams left, and of course tomorrow we are doing Yellow Yaks. There's some interesting stuff when it comes to Yellow Yaks, even though it is, from what I know, not a lot. But further down the research, who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows what Barry Harry is doing at this moment in time? Or I don't know, who knows? Anyway though, I'll see you tomorrow for more Where Are They Now, as well as some good old things in there as well. Keep on watching Duechayapol. I'll see you guys.